Welcome back to Building and Beauty. If you've been keeping up with us, then you know we have been putting new flooring throughout our entire home for about the last 6 months, and it has been quite the journey to say the least. And believe it or not, we're not done yet. And unfortunately, Mark and I saved the hardest part for last. I'm so excited to get this next space put back together in our home, share with you guys all of our plans. Today's video is full of DIY lessons and tons of interior design inspiration. So without further ado, let's dive in and have some fun. So speaking of spaces that I have been looking forward to putting back together after all our home renovations, let's talk about our living room for a sec. I found the most gorgeous curtains from the Hughes and I couldn't wait to get these hung up in here. In case you didn't know, the Hughes was previously called Nicetown and they recently went through a rebranding and they have even more options now than before. My favorite thing about them is that they offer so many incredible fabrics, styles, patterns, and colors so you can find curtains that work best for you, for your space, without any limits. I ordered these Zoe faux linen curtains in the shade Angora and I had them made with a double pinch pleat, a white blackout lining, and they have memory training so they will always hang beautifully. Now, aside from the fact that these curtains are absolutely stunning, what I love most about them is that I was able to order them in the exact size that I needed for this space, which really helped to make this room feel so much more upscale. I also love that the blackout lining keeps the Arizona heat out and offers a lot of privacy at night. I can't wait to order more curtains and I know that you guys are going to love them too. The Hughes was so kind to partner with me on today's video and offer my followers an exclusive discount. You can use my code Kylie20 for 20% off their entire site. I will leave a link in the description below for you guys to shop. Thank you so much to the Hughes for partnering with me on this portion of today's video. Today is the day that we work on the steps in our living room.
The villainous. The
terrible, annoying, all the words that you could possibly think
nightmarish.
of. Nightmare. That's a good one. Anyway, so we have come to the point in the flooring where it's time to tackle the stairs. And I'm gonna take you guys through a little bit of technical things for just a minute. So bear with me, okay? Now our house, when we started laying the flooring, we knew these steps were going to be a challenge. And initially we thought we're gonna start with the steps and lay that way. Upon further measuring and investigation from us, lots of hours of thinking, because we are teaching ourselves here.
Pondering.
We
Going
discovered,
insane.
yeah, the stairs are not straight. So we knew from the get-go that starting from the stairs was going to be a bad idea because then the rest of our house would be laid crooked.
And we knew we had to run this way on our house, east-west, because that's the longest run of the house. So if we did, it would be the entire house would be off by 10 degrees.
Crooked, yeah. And I was like, I cannot settle for that. So you either deal with that or you deal with just this one little section that's kind of a nightmare. So we chose the latter of our two evils, okay?
I don't know if we would redo it again and just try. I don't know.
I don't know. So what we've discovered and what we've come up with, and here's been the challenge and why we've put this off for such a long time. So this is the bullnose piece that we ordered with our flooring. And what it does is it goes right into the floor, clicks in, looks super nice super seamless, gives you a really pretty look. Isn't that nice?
And when it's on a stair, a normal stair step,
that's how it would look.
It probably looks amazing.
Yep. When you have a stair, like a staircase, that's
18 inches wide, 24 inches wide. Right?
Well, we've got
16
feet. No, probably not that. It's not 16 feet. It's probably 10, 11 feet, something like that.
Are you kidding? That's 14 feet.
Maybe. Anyway, so we have a unique situation. We've done so much research to try to figure this out, and of course, have been able to find nothing. Good for us. I want to show you guys the options because, you know, I've told you before, it's like you read the textbook and then you come into the real world.
Oh man.
And then it's totally different. So this was our initial thought, okay? So what we have going on here, our floor ends here. We've glued all this down. We had to glue this piece down so we could lay the rest of the floors, okay? So we cannot move this now. So if you were to take a regular, you know, the next piece of flooring, this is how wide it is. Then we knew, okay, well, this is gonna be a custom scribe. And it's very custom.
And what we mean by scribe is you mark the depth of the cut. And this one we found it's 6 inches down there.
6 inches here, 6 and 7/16 here.
And if you can tell, that's a long way to freehand a cut.
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
It takes, I mean, she's pretty darn skilled and I'm pretty darn skilled.
I'm pretty steady, but
it takes a very steady surgical hand to cut it that straight with no error.
We've been dreading this, as you can see. The other piece that we knew we would have to tackle is because we would be cutting off this end that we need to click into the flooring, as we just showed you, or the bullnose, I should say. To click in there, we knew we'd have to cut off
this little white piece.
This little tiny piece. So we've spent the past day experimenting with how to cut off this little tiny piece.
QB roll. We've done routers.
We've tried 3 different router bits, couldn't get it.
And then we also found out that the easiest way is a vegetable peeler. Don't ask me how I know that. I just, we came up with it.
No, this is Mark's crazy mind, truly, is that I'm cutting a cucumber and he's like, now wait a minute. Let me just see, let me experiment. Will that cut the flooring? And sure enough, it freaking did. Obviously, we have the freaking most badass vegetable peeler that there possibly is. It's super sharp.
It's just a very shallow edge and it cuts.
It worked.
This stuff is soft.
So this is where we're at. This is where we've come to, is we have that little piece shaved off, okay?
Hand shaved off.
Hand shaved.
Craftsman.
And then we've got our piece here that we custom scribed, okay? So this is here, this is our little custom cut. And then in the perfect world, you guys,
when you scribe, sometimes you get a little, like it fits up pretty good down here, you see?
Yeah, it's
But then look, we had a little bit of an issue there, and then it's good again right there.
It's okay.
So you have to ask yourself, is that gonna drive you insane? Is your mind Kylie's and you won't be able to think about anything but that gap for the next 6 years? And if the answer is yes, I won't be able to think about anything else but that gap for the next 6 years. And like people come over and they're like, oh, look at that gap.
I'm like, don't look at it. So out of all this trial and error and thinking for months and months and months and months, Mark all of a sudden gets this light bulb. And sometimes, you guys know, I fire Mark as the creative director, and then sometimes he gets hired back on when he has amazing ideas like this.
He'll never be able to divorce me. Too valuable.
So what we're going to attempt is
this is not what we'll be using. This is just for a color example.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I absolutely love when flooring, like in between, you go from one room to another in the doorway, you use a threshold, specifically a marble threshold. And it's just a piece on the floor that separates the 2 areas.
Super decorative.
Like this is a threshold. So Mark had the great idea, what if we tiled in between this, where it ends, okay? So where the flooring ends.
This flooring.
And the bullnose.
Because that means that we can get the bullnose construction adhesive, it'll sit completely flat. The other variable is then we'll be able to make sure that the edges fit together completely flat wherever we want.
Yes.
So this bullnose will look perfect. And this is not what the style is gonna look like.
No.
This is just for a color.
This is for our visual, okay? This is sometimes how I have to visualize things. So we're gonna have some flooring that will go there. Of course, just picture, guys. Picture it. Okay?
Imagine it decorative and you've either got one long format tile or a bunch of designer mini tiles tiled in.
Yeah.
It's gonna look very architectural, very design.
What Mark actually mentioned that is a really good point is with this being like having been so seamless between the 2, it's a little bit, it's a little bit invisible to the eye. It kind of creates this weird illusion.
In from the door, and you have seamless flooring with steps down. My family's experienced it. Sometimes you have elderly grandparents and parents and relatives that come through and they'd have those, blinders on. And so when they're walking, if they turn sideways or something, they've fallen down at my parents' house.
Yeah, and your parents have a sunken down living room.
Yeah, and it's only like that much of a sink.
Exactly like similar to this.
They just filled it in because they were so sick of people falling into it, So this is a safety feature
It does,
Because it says, hey, look, there's a step
There's a step. Yeah, we've got 2 obvious steps. So we can do this design, something, we'll figure it out. We're gonna go to the store and figure something out.
So the tile will go here, and then the same thing down here. We'll move, we'll place one tile down, we'll put a bullnose at the front, and we'll fill in the middle
with
some tile.
Yeah.
And so now you can see both steps.
So we've kind of got maybe I mean, it will be wider than that, but you guys get the idea. Use your imagination here, okay?
Right.
So I think it's definitely worth a shot because it definitely feels like the lesser of all evils. And
we know how to tile stuff.
We do, yeah. It
And
will
that's
be
such
really
a
pretty.
small span.
So-
like the gap itself, that's gonna be so easy to match up.
I'm actually really excited, and if it means that it took us this long to figure this out, then it was worth it.
Yeah.
So I hope it's gonna work. We're gonna head to the store. I think we're gonna go to Floor & Decor, and hopefully, I mean, listen, if you just watched my shower makeover, you know I've got some grit, okay? I've got some determination to make things work.
Guess on the screen how many hours it took her to paint that shower.
I don't think I shared that with you guys.
We'll give you the options now. On the screen, you have 3 options. 10
do you
minutes, 30 minutes, 40 hours.
Comment below.
How long?
What do you think?
Comment below. How long do you think it took her to paint the shower?
I'll tell you guys later in this video. Let's go to the store, and this is gonna be so fun.
I'm just being myself. I'm just being myself.
I'm gonna get my shoulder workout today.
Love that. I don't know if I'll love it over time. And I think it'll be a little bit more obvious.
Cause that's,
Yeah, I don't like it. Look at that one. How wide is that? Oh my gosh.
so that's these ones right
That
here.
one is 6 inches, so that won't
That
work.
crack looks pretty good though.
How good at tiling do you think I am?
This is easy. It's just like doing regular
Oh my
tile.
gosh. Oh my heck.
Look, they only messed up once.
This is really pretty.
Oh, I love this oval stuff. That would be so sick.
Nope,
Or, oh, that gold.
nope,
That would be so sick off the floor.
nope. Not crazy about it. No, the other way, the stack, yes. Yes, yep, I like that. That is like, could be really, really pretty. I don't hate it, but it's still not probably quite right. No, I don't like that. No. I like how seamless this can look. That's cool.
Polished, maybe. If you're gonna go bold, go bold.
So pretty.
Of course, that's what Kylie likes.
$4.50 per tile.
14 times 12, what is that? 12
my
times
gosh.
12 is 144,
That is seamless
almost.
to 7 inches. So the one side would have, see, you're like this.
I just
And
feel
I'm
like you have
here
an
we go.
opportunity to go nuts.
I am.
And you're
I
not
am.
going as nuts as you could. Checkered fingernails. No. We're not going 90s glam on the floor, okay?
We can be matching. It's not marble.
It's not marble, you know, it's like pow, pow, or design in the middle, pow.
Wow. Wow. I like everything you're saying.
No, you don't.
You're just not speaking my
Don't
language.
patronize me.
Marble.
I keep thinking that
I like it.
maybe instead of
I like it.
that way that you want to lay it, if you laid it the long way. So really it's $1,500.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This project just got really expensive really fast. But it was your idea. It was your idea.
I take it back. It's a terrible
It's
idea.
an awful idea. I think it's gonna be really pretty, and I mean, it's gorgeous, right? It's gotta work. But here's the thing with marble, and I've talked to you guys about marble a couple times on my channel.
And you can see it on the sample too.
Hopefully I've taught you a thing or two. Because marble can be tricky. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but there's so much variation. So we will buy definitely a couple extra boxes of this so I can pick and choose. This looks, I mean, it's from the pile here, so I'm assuming it's from one of the boxes. And you can really see how different that is. I love them both, but they're not gonna both work. Like this would just stick out so much.
That's too cool toned.
Right.
That's too white against it. This has a warm tone, so you can't put the cool tone next to the
Yeah.
warm tone.
So I need
But
to,
this one does have a transition, so it might work off on this side, but not on that side.
my thoughts exactly. My thoughts exactly. So yeah, we'll buy some extra so that way I can kind of pick and choose the tiles as I go and make sure I get the look that I want.
I mean, I think we should go look at the porcelain fake tile.
We can look.
And like, cause that will probably bring it down from $2,000 that we're spending on 2 14-foot strips to maybe under 500.
I'm just like, we gotta do what we gotta do. You know? I wanna love it. Decisions like this, it can be costly, but it's most important that you love it. especially when it's your own home.
You mean it's most important that you love it?
If this were a flip house, I'd be like, we'll
Peel
pick
and
out
stick.
something cheaper. No. But I'm gonna look at this every day. I wanna love it, you know? So, and I do love this.
All right, well, we know it's here.
Say what's up, hello, hola. Out with the yo, say au revoir. I got all kinds of wow. I make it go bang, boom, pow. I got the magic touch. Everybody's latest crush. I'm supersized, larger than life. Welcome to the jungle, to the wild side. I got to show you what I'm all about.
So, one of us is better at math than the other.
No,
And you suck at math.
I'm great at math. I just have to triple check.
Leave the mathing to me. Numbers is not Mark's
I went
forte.
Instead of price per each, I was trying to price per inch.
Why
And I
would you
took
price per
I took the
inch?
449 as like price per inch, 449 per inch. And it's per each tile. Each tile is 4 inches width. Is the square that she's gonna make is 7 by 4. So she's only gonna shave a little bit off of each one. So it ends up, instead of 40 boxes, we need 6 boxes. And that's gonna be.
I don't know why that number didn't strike me as weird when you said it. Like, why did I just trust you? He says things so convincingly that half the time I'm like, oh yeah, he must be right.
Well,
And then-
'cause that's-
no.
Wait, what's 82?
This is so inexpensive.
Wait, what's 84 times 449?
I don't know, but it's not expensive. That's all I have to say. It's
So wait,
not
because we're gonna
expensive.
do 6 boxes and there's
6 boxes times $90. 6 times 90. Let me see it.
540.
540 bucks.
So really it's $1,500. Okay.
Listen, come on.
Was I trying to overquote so she doesn't buy it and we'll get something even cheaper, under 100?
Listen.
You're a little frazzled. Are we done
This
shopping?
whole time, I'm like, wow, it is going to be pretty expensive. Wow. Just get the boxes and put them on the cart.
Okay, well we gotta move the cart. Gotta get the stuff off. Lift with all your back muscles, none of the legs.
Beautiful. That's a great box. What are we up to? 4? We did it.
We did it.
We did it. A long way to go before we even are ready to put the tile down. But we get the idea now, okay? Now we can really actually see what it would look like. Gosh, I love this piece. Are you kidding?
That's a 2-piecer. That's a 2 to 3
That's
piecer.
a cut it and try to use it as much as possible piece. That's
Yeah.
my favorite. But then this is what happens. This is what I was talking about with marble. Ew, no, I don't want that. No, thank you.
You know how they
Yes.
get that striping?
No,
Do you know what that chemical reaction
I
is?
don't like it.
It's called pop rocks.
You're lying. Shut up. With your, like, say things so convincingly that it seems as if it's true.
No, you know how that actually happens is that
No.
there's iron ore in there and it rusts.
I don't believe anything.
And that's what creates that color in the
Listen,
black.
I don't believe anything else coming out of your mouth today, okay?
You're beautiful.
Nothing. Whatever.
She didn't
Anyway.
believe me.
Anyway, obviously we have so much work to do. No one said it was gonna be easy, okay? No one promised that. I think it's gonna look really pretty, and even though we spent 2 days figuring all this out, we actually made progress. There's no more work done on the floors, but we have
You know what?
made some progress.
We don't have to use a vegetable peeler to peel 6 more planks.
That's a win.
Or 8 more planks.
That's a win in my book, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, and also I'm just saying, you told me initially this was gonna cost like $2,000. The tile, which I'm gonna have left over and probably be able to return some, is it came out to $700 for the tile. So girl math, you told me $2,000, it was $700. I'm thinking free in girl math. That's what And I'm the one that's
Free.
better at math than him.
Free.
So, anyway. Yeah.
Free.
Anyway.
It's free. It's under 1,000, it's free. It's under 1,000, it's not gonna hit the budget's not gonna even read it. I spend at least 1,500 at Coach every week, you know.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like
I wish I spent 1,500 at Coach every week. That'd be
Is
great.
this marble even expensive enough? Because it's like cheaper than my Coach purses. It's less than a tank of gas to fill up my truck.
Okay.
Is it good enough marble? I can't even eat out on $90 a box.
Listen, don't listen to him. Anyway, this was so much fun. We're going to end today's video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this random video to show you where we're at. But definitely one thing I like to do here on my channel is keep it real. Okay, I like to show you the real deal of what home renovation looks like.
Keep it flowing.
Sure, whatever he says.
be
Mark's in a
bendable.
weird mood today.
Be flexible with your building plans.
I like that. I like that.
It doesn't have to be real, because
That's
you can
what we're
put down
doing.
peel and stick stuff all day long. It can be faux whatever.
Okay.
But it's got to be flexible with what you want to build.
Anyway, on that note, we're gonna end today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you're subscribed. Drop a comment. I'd love to hear from you about this project. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.